The time has come for the GP2 2019 season to begin. Preseason is here at Silverstone in Great Britain, and I am your commentator Robert Ionescu, and I am joined by a new driver and a fellow commentator of mine, a good friend Rahul Patel. Hello, Rahul.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I am great.
That's fantastic. How are you guys doing at home? I hope you're doing okay. This season is going to be very interesting. We got a new team, new drivers, and some new tracks as well. Some old tracks, some returning drivers. It should be very, very entertaining.
Yeah,
We've arrived here in Silverstone for the 1 hour first day of testing. There will be 2 days, just like last season, and on the second day, we'll be heading to Mugello. And for those of you who don't know the driver lineups, why not let me enlighten you? So, Rahul, we'll each do one team at a time, okay? So I will start.
okay.
At our Grand Prix, the reigning team's champions, we have Thomas Anderson and Henry Watzel.
At Campos, they have Lorenzo Tomaselli and Thomas Pascoe.
Yep, MP Motorsport has Jake Galloway and Ruslan Protsy.
Yep. Trident have Dennis Graf and Thomas Bennett.
The Dams drivers are Daniel Adventure and Isaac Facheray, the two who had a pretty big crash at Zandvoort last season.
Yep. Prima have Aaron Curtis and Ben Woudinger.
The only team to retain their lineup from last season, of course. Up next is Haroz, and they have Chuck McCarthy and Gabriel Quintino.
At Rapex, they have Mariko Kalovic and Joel Watterson.
Yep, BWT Arden has Dudu Kurbi and Kyle Burns.
Uni Virtual C have Max Gillen and Rahul Patel.
Yep, Univertrosi, of course, is the new team. They're replacing Russian Time on the grid, and this will be their first season. I'm excited to see what they can do on their debut. And finally, Carlin have Nicholas Zorbach and Jamie Griffiths.
So those are the GP2 lineups for this season. One of them will be champion. Who will it be?
But which one?
Yeah, anything can happen.
Also, it is time to look at the weather.
Let's seal the weather.
Haha, good one. And it's gonna be all dry, so what typical for when it comes to British weather, but that's what we got. And we should have an okay session. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, we should have an okay session. And also,
I know it's not your birthday just yet, but happy birthday, George. Meanwhile, we're about to get this session underway.
Happy early
And here
birthday.
we go. We're looking at Henry Watzel in the Art Grand Prix car.
Yep.
Watzel had a good last season, however, he couldn't capitalize on some opportunities. His most famous two drives have to be Germany and Hungary. Germany absolutely dominated the pack, and in Hungary he came from the back to finish third.
Yeah. Could he have a better 2019? We will see.
He might be a championship contender. As we got a car going out, I think it's a Univirtuosi actually. And which one of them is it?
No,
it's Isaac Facheray and Rahul, did you actually have that flag? No, it's Isaac Facheray, the dabs. Man,
what flag? There. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. Anyway, we're looking at Facheray who's gone out in the dams.
We'll see the flag again, but yeah, we see the KFC car once again.
And this is it's a very interesting livery for the dams.
Livery, yeah.
Got another car out behind. Man, those new liveries are nice. Is that what you were warning me about, Flo? Because I didn't expect them. And damn, they're epic. This dams is very cool.
Yeah,
I was.
It says Daniel Adventure on it for some reason, but anyway, that's Facheray in the dams.
That's up to me then. I most likely got it messed up.
Well, it will be corrected in time. Yeah, anyway, enjoy this car in all its glory, and let's take a little peek for the rest of the field. Let's see what the other cars are like.
Also, many thanks to Evan, because he made these new liveries for the old teams, which are in GP2 since like the beginning.
Ooh.
Well, if you're here, Evan, in the stream, it's a big thank you from all of us. And now let's get cracking with the session. Isaac Fashry has just a few more corners until he starts his first proper lap, and the first proper lap of preseason testing.
Yep.
So I will take you guys through his lap. He's got a car behind. I can't exactly tell what team it is, but everyone appears to be on track. And now here goes Fashry, powering onto the Hamilton straight. And in towards Abbey he's gonna go. A very fast right-hander, not quite flat out, but you still carry a lot of speed for this very quick right-left chicane, which will lead you down towards Village. Important braking zone. Make sure you clip the apex, but don't go too wide on exit because you'll need it for the loop. This very important hairpin, of which the exit is critical, as it launches you onto the Wellington straight after this left-hander. A very quick flat-out one. Now onto the Wellington. He'll be approaching Brooklyn. So 28.8 in the first sector. Brooklyn's a very important right-hander. Clip the apex then, get on the curb. Get on the exit curb as well, but carry enough speed into left field. Make sure you don't go too wide on exit. And Fashry doesn't go wide either. And to the flat-out woodcut. And up next, probably the most famous single corner of the circuit. That being Cops, of course, a very, very quick right-hander, which Fashry takes very, very nicely. Put his wheel on the curb there, on the inside curb, and now he'll go into the famous complex. Into Maggots on the left, Beckett's on the right, and finally, Chapel with the right left chicane. Very wide on exit, but that's what you need to do to maximize your exit. 109.1 in the second sector. Now to the hangar straight, he'll be approaching Stowe. Incredibly fast right-hander from which the exit is critical. Don't cut, because there are many ways to gain lap time, but you have to keep it on track. Finally, the Vale chicane, one of the slowest bits of the circuit. And finally, the double left right-hander, of Club. Past second part of the corner, with the launch out back onto the Hamilton straight to complete the lap with 138.4 for Fashry. Griffiths is up next to the Carlin. He beats him by 3.5 tenths. Up next to Chuck McCarthy, the Haroz. He slots himself in third. Sanderson's up next. He goes third. Darren Curtis goes second, the Alfa Romeo test driver. Kyle Burns up next, fourth for him. Quintino now. He's gone fifth, fastest. Kalevich is eighth. Wallinger third. Protsiuk, the Toro Rosso test driver, goes in for Hull Patel, the Red Bull test driver. He's gone fifth. That is Gaff up next, sixth place for him. Bennett eighth. Adventure 13th. Watterson 5th. Good effort there. And Watson has gone 14th only. Tomasz Pascual, 6th place for him on his return. That's pretty good. Max Skillen, 5th for him. 4 cars remaining. One of them, Nicholas Zora, completing a lap now to go 19th fastest. Jake Galloway, 14th. Dudu Kirby, the penultimate car left in the Arden. What's this lap gonna put him? 4th. Not bad. Just one car left. Lorenzo Tomaselli on his return. 14th for now.
So one Carlin's at the front and one Carlin is lost.
Yeah, so you can say the entire pack is a Carlin sandwich, of course, but the times aren't too representative because it's just testing. 0 points on offer here. As we got a little bit of a battle here between Thomas Bennett, and I'm not quite sure who that is in front.
That's Dennis Graf. You can see the Williams livery. Since he is the test driver.
Is true. Yeah, and Bennett is still stuck a little bit behind Graf, but he'll be pitting immediately.
Yeah.
Fashry looked good in the first sector, but just about a tenth down. No, never mind. He's starting a new lap. I'm sorry. But he was looking good either way. Anderson has improved to go into 13th. Curtis is already in the pit lane. Burns has improved to go 6th fastest. Just 2 places behind Corby.
Yep,
Kalevich is in 19th now. Is there anyone else improving at the moment? Dennis Graf is not one of those guys. Coming across the line very shortly.
When we start a new lap, if we can improve on that one. Adventure.
But Adventure has improved.
Yep.
Yeah, 13th fastest for the pole. Who won two of the first 3 races. Pascal has improved to 5th place and Watson into 18th. But all of them must be running pretty close to each other, I assume.
Yeah. Seems so.
Galloway.
Yep. First attempt.
Yeah. Anyone coming up? There is one car, but I don't think he will be improving. Tomaselli, actually, he has improved to go all the way up into 13th. Now Kalevich being overtaken by the Prem of Benz Wallinger, or not quite. Kalevich holding on.
Yep.
He's a rookie, of course, and he started he came here from Formula E.
I'm pretty sure there are like 9 drivers who have been promoted up from tiers. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
quite a lot of them. Griffiths, of course,
Yeah.
is a returnee. He is not new,
He-
but
You could
Kirby is new, of course.
you could say the same. Well,
Watterson is new. Patel is new. Quintino is new. Frotsyuk is new. Kalevich is new, and that's about it.
yeah.
Speaking of Kalevich, he was still being overtaken by Valiger to Veil, but he managed to hold on.
Yeah.
Can the ball can improve? He is already crossing the line now. No, he must have lost time in the last sector. What about
Yeah.
this man? Frotsyuk
Frotsyuk improves
has
to
improved.
18th,
Yeah.
and Patel improves. He stays 11th. But
Of course, you've seen the pair of them
goes 9th.
in day 4 of the top class testing, which we commentated as well. Dennis Goff is up into 9th place. You've seen him in testing as well for a top class. Watzel has improved up to 16th.
Skilling improves to
Max
5th.
Skillen, yeah, Skillen looking quite alright. The man who won the first race last season, of course.
Yeah,
After
he
that
didn't have a great
dramatic crash
season.
between, no, he didn't, but at least he started on the right foot. He also got a podium in Germany as Ludo Kirby third.
Yeah, good luck from Kirby.
Yeah. Of course, in Bahrain last season, which was the season opener, and it will be this season as well. In Bahrain, we had the epic battle for the lead between Aaron Curtis and Chris Chatfield, and it ended up in a massive crash, which allowed Max Skillen to just barely take the victory from Jared Fosbury.
So a little
He held up
mistake
the pressure
from Kalevich.
Speaking of pressure, Kalevich has crumbled a little bit under pressure. He's made a mistake into Chapel.
Yeah. Going into
Locked
Chapel,
up
he
there.
made a little he locked up, made a little mistake, slid off, and
a little bit of understeer, man, on the AstroTurf, and from there, he lost pretty much all semblance of grip. Valiger still unable to overtake though.
but he has a good chance.
Go.
Pressure improves to 7th.
Yes, he has. Valinger still can't get ahead.
Yeah, but he's failed to do so.
Yeah. Of course, it will take a little bit of time for us to get adjusted to the new liveries. And meanwhile, Fashere, let's see if we can improve yet again, just like the previous lap.
This is not really Fashere's livery, as we have been
It
confirmed.
is Adventure. Makarevich is in the right livery, and he'll be boxing. Frotsyuk has improved again, but he's still only 19th. Patel has gone up into 9th. Yeah.
Yep, in the top 10 for Patel. It's not bad start for Patel. So at least it's better than
I
DTM.
wonder what Patel would think about that. But meanwhile, Pascual has improved to 6th place.
Yeah. Good stuff from him in his return to GP2. And also another one who's returning. Yeah. And also, speaking of returners, another one who's also returning is Lorenzo Tomaselli. So.
And don't forget Jamie Griffiths.
Yeah, you also said that before, but we have 3 drivers who are returning from GP2.
Yeah, Griffiths, he left GP2 in 2017, I believe.
Yeah,
because
beginning
of
of
bad luck.
2017, yeah.
Yeah, but after a very solid season in DTM last year, he's come back and he's back in GP2 again.
Yeah, but I'll try to get past the Prima of Aaron Curtis. You can see that from the Alfa Romeo livery.
You know, Pascual is stuck behind the Ardon. I think it is Dudu Kirby. And speaking of Griffiths, he's just improved further to increase his lead at the top. It's a wild 38.035.
That's a decent stuff from Griffiths at the moment, but then again, we just hope that he's consistent, because consistency is key in GP2.
Very much so. Last season, only 2 drivers grabbed more than a win. Those were Daniel Adventure, whose only other points finishes were 10th place finishes, and the champion Davi Suarez, who got very, very solid results. Frotsyuk has improved. He's gone up to 17th, meanwhile.
And also Jared Fosbury, who was in the title contention, he didn't actually win a race. He was so close to winning the championship. Even without winning the race, he would have won the championship.
Yeah. And he didn't win a race because of Max Skillen, but the last corner kept him behind in Bahrain. but still Fosbury got a decent haul of podiums, and that almost gave him the championship last year. Now he's in top class, of course, and Benz Vallinger has an incredible first sector. Now that Kalevic is out of the way, Vallinger can finally focus on pushing as Tomaselli is 13th. He's improved a little bit.
Bennett's
got top
by 2 tenths.
Welsh domination.
7.7.
Yes.
Yeah, meanwhile, the other Welshman, Jamie Griffiths, is fighting hard with Fasheray. He's trying to overtake him, but he's not having success right now. Watterson has improved to 8th place, and take a look at Benz Vallinger. He was quickest of all in the first sector. Can he keep up this momentum in the sector 2? Yes, he can. It's purple yet again, and Vallinger could be going fastest. We'll just have to wait and see what the last sector is like. Of course, in all his laps so far, he's beaten by Michael Kalevic, but even so, he managed to get 5th fastest.
Yeah, Griffiths is right behind Fasheray.
And he is impeding him a little bit, as Vallinger is entering club corner now. And for the second part of club goes Vallinger. Can he go fastest? He's gonna cross the line right about now.
He goes
no, it's only 4th
time.
One place up. Last time the third sector. Jamie Griffiths is 2 tenths up on his personal best in just sector 1 alone. Incredible.
Yeah. Good first sector from him as Quisino improves back to 17th. Portugal was 17th, but he's now in 18th.
And Fasheray is still impeding Griffiths as Killen once again 5th, but he improved yet again. Fasheray still holding up Griffiths, and he'll be boxing at the end of this lap though. But Griffiths probably won't. And Griffiths getting 2 tenths in the first sector. Of course, some of that surely was due to slipstream. But either way, if he wants to get back to the top of the timesheet, he's not going to beat this lap.
Middle sector, he lost a lot of time. He lost 6 tenths in the middle sector.
Coming into effect. Meanwhile, Jake Galloway, the latest race winner, improves all the way up into 3rd.
Yeah, good improvement from Galloway. Yeah, and Pete Motorsport.
Of course, Galloway, he got his first podium at Monza, followed up next week at Zandvoort with another podium. And then he dominated the Brazilian race in front of his then teammate Dennis Graf.
Yeah.
But yeah, Galloway has a nasty memory from Silverstone here last season, because in the race, he ended up in the pits as Anderson has improved to 14th. He ended up in the pits, Galloway, and they just didn't service his car at all. So he was stuck in the pits all the way to the end of the race.
Real definition of manipulated performance file.
Yeah.
And Patel's in the pits, we need to see his nationality.
No, we do not. Meanwhile, Quintino in the Charus will be coming in.
Yes, we do.
As you can see, Patel is not British, he is not Indian, he's actually a seagull. And by seagull, I mean a seal.
Yeah, he is a real seal of approval.
Indeed.
He's Seagullian.
First and Watzel have improved, the former Ardent teammates. First has gone up into 3rd, Adventure has gone into 12th, Watzel has gone 17th, a full second exactly behind Bennett.
Yeah, you really did wonder what was that nationality but yeah.
Cool, I hope you're changing back before the season starts.
I will change it back, don't worry.
That's a relief. Alright, Rotsuk will be coming in even if he improved in Sector 1. Meanwhile, Watzel is holding up his former teammate Burns.
And the chat has gone bonkers from that.
Yeah, indeed. Burns trying to move into Coop's corner. Didn't work out though.
At least Flo won't put down the week, yeah.
Burns didn't have the best 2018 season as Anderson has improved it to 9th. Cal Burns didn't have the best season, but he was good in qualifying. And crucially for him, he got his first podium at Monza with a 3rd place finish.
Yep, Protsuk coming into the pits.
Yep. It's his debut, of course.
Yeah, he is only around 7 tenths behind his teammate Galloway, who's in 4th. But there is time for improvement for him.
Of course, experience is key, as Quintino has improved, setting the exact same lap time as Henry Watzel. We're looking at right now, actually, and he doesn't improve. Neither does Burns due to traffic.
Yeah.
We got a car going out.
That must be Patel.
Or Pratsuk?
Yep, it is
one of the two. Graf has improved but stays in 14th.
Right, he moves up a position. Patel was 14th. So yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. Anyway, Watzel still racing with his ex-teammate Burns, and can I get him into Brooklands? You can see how much you gain from the slipstream. Burns gained almost 3 tenths, but he will come again this lap.
Yeah, shame for Burns.
Yeah. I want to look at a little something from last season. I want to see if the fastest time from testing at Silverstone is still there on the Wikia, because I wanted to look at another one. Oh, come on, where is it? There you go. As Anderson has improved, he's still 9th though. Watson is improving in Sector 1, but he's lost a lot of time in Sector 2. Meanwhile, Tomaselli is holding up a try to tries to overtake him into cops.
Yep.
What's going on? Nothing.
It's
It's just Burns trying to move, but he'll be coming in. Yeah.
Yep.
Time last season was set by Dennis Graf of 137.581. So we're still a little bit off that time. Yeah, exactly.
Anything can
now
happen.
We're looking at Pashko. He's most well known for his victory at Indianapolis back in 2015, I believe. Or 2016, one of the two. No, 2015.
Yep.
As Kalevich has gone fastest of all, 147.668. Impressive lap from the rookie Austrian.
Yeah.
Galloway improves 5th place for him.
Watts is improving. Adventures trying to overtake Patel.
He's not having any luck though, at the moment.
Yeah. Indeed.
Watson will be coming in this lap, so even if he improves in the second sector, it won't matter much. But of course, there is relevant data on lower fuel. Meanwhile, we're looking at Adventure, still stuck behind Rahul Patel, but you won't be able to tell from that camera angle. Now, Chad McCarthy is on an improvement, and when can the Irishman end up? Here he goes across the line. He won at Zandvoort last season, and he improves it to 17th, the Charus driver.
Yep,
With his teammate Andrea Federi being promoted to Alfa Romeo in the top class, of course, McCarthy needed a new teammate, and Charus decided that the best man for the job is BTCC champion Gabriel Quintino.
Yeah.
Speaking of him, he's just improved 18th fastest. McCarthy improves yet again in the first sector, meanwhile, but he's still a 10th and a half of Kalevich's effort.
Yep, Hunter lost a lot of time to Patel.
Yeah, you can tell that much. And that's Curtis coming out just behind Adventure. And if you're a true connoisseur, you would know that this livery, not Adventure, but Curtis's, is actually the same livery that Balanzolga ran last season in the Russian time. Of course, it's an all different team that's running it this time around, but the livery stays pretty much the same. Adventure losing a lot of ground to Patel. This isn't the run. Meanwhile, Zorbach has gone out on track. Of course, last season here, Patel, he didn't have so much luck at DTM. I think he was involved in a crash with, was it Griffiths or Greenwood he got involved in a crash with? As did I, Robert Ionescu. And it wasn't a good British GP in DTM. I know because we commentated it. And it was a good home race for Patel back then. He's currently down in 60th for the first day of testing. But it's only testing, so that won't matter too much. As Protiuk has improved it, to go to 17th in front of McCarthy. Now Adventure is going for the outside onto the hanger straight. But that's going to be difficult. Yep, he doesn't overtake Patel. Just sitting behind.
Sitting behind Patel. Nope.
Well, that was that. Meanwhile, the Premas are looking decent with P6 and P7 at the moment. They're just separated by only 0.02 of a second as Galloway is trying a move around the outside of Stowe. Incredible effort. He's done it.
He goes for I did the Carlin.
Yeah. I'm not sure who that Carlin is just yet, but we will find out either way, so no biggie. You know, Galloway completes his lap. Of course, he doesn't improve, but now he's in clean air.
Yeah.
He could use that to his advantage. Adventure's gonna go the other side of Patel into Brooklands. Has he got him this time? Still
Nope.
no.
Still
Rahul
not.
holding on around the outside. And what you say about that, Rahul?
He's just ruining his lap, but yeah, at least it's good defending.
Yeah, well, you need to practice that at some point. Any driver needs to, and Patel decided to do it right now. Into Cobb's corner. He's holding up Adventure quite a lot.
The best defending you've ever seen in
Why,
pre-season
yes.
testing. Because it's that.
And I just realized Univirtuosi don't actually have a unique livery. Of course, you guys improved it to 15th. He's improved yet again.
Yeah. Adventure going to be on the inside this time.
Test drivers for the top class. Adventure unable to find a way through.
He went on the inside, but he didn't get the move done, unfortunately.
No, not quite.
I don't think we did see much from Skilling, but yeah.
Well, he's currently in 9th place, just one hunch of behind Watterson.
Yeah, Tomaselli improved to 13th.
Yep, we've seen him there a couple of times this session. He's just behind his teammate Pashkol.
Yeah.
And speaking of just behind, it appears a little bit of a train is forming up just behind Rahul Patel. And what do you think of that?
Yeah. At least I can park the bus better than Jose Mourinho.
Well, that's funny, as Patel is 600s down in the first sector. But he
Still
will have
not
to worry
bad.
about sector 2 and 3. Yeah, ain't bad. But considering he's down in 18th, he surely want to improve somewhere.
Yeah.
Still looking at Adventure, Curtis and I think Pashkol behind are what is it, Tomaselli? It's one of the two campuses. But anyway, they might be able to close up if Adventure gets impeded any further.
Yeah.
Out at Chapel they go, and Adventure is he's going to complete Sector 2. He might be able to line up Patel for a pass now, but it's unlikely around the outside unlike Jake Galloway, unless you're Jake Galloway. And Adventure is not Jake Galloway, so he just backs out of it.
Yeah.
Aaron to Vale backs out again.
It's just great racing and testing. As Anderson improves tonight.
Just in front of these guys. He's gone up into 9th place, just 1,000th behind Watterson.
Yeah. Let's just see that one. Brilliant. As we have a car.
Who's going out just behind Adventure?
And that's Chuck
McCarthy. Is that Chuck McCarthy?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Now this is going to be really interesting. Zorbach
McCarthy finished on the... Zorbach has improved by 0.3 of a second, but he's still in last.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say, McCarthy, he had a very entertaining fight for the podium places. Most of the race he ran in 4th here in Silverstone last season. As we got the two Ardens battling of Burns and Corby, but I wanted to get back to McCarthy. He was in 4th for much of the race, but in the last stint he really came alive. He caught Dudu Corby, not Dudu Corby, I'm sorry, Amin Nguyen. He caught Nguyen up, and Nguyen made the mistake at Brooklands, which sent him all the way out of the points. That promoted McCarthy to 3rd, and then right on the final lap, he had a pretty intense battle with Chris Chatfield. Wasn't able to pass the Brit for 2nd. Either way, McCarthy still finished on the podium back then. I think it was Charouz's first podium ever.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Anyway, we're looking at Dennis Graff for the Univirtuosi with the Williams livery. Univirtuosi, the only team this season, I believe, not to have their own actual livery, but the test driver liveries. Like as I said, you know, Chuck McCarthy will be starting a new lap right now. There he goes. Into Abbey. Meanwhile, Adventure is trying something on Patel into Village, but no chance there then. And Tomaselli is right behind McCarthy. Meanwhile,
Yeah, he is.
Graf not improving in
Graf.
Sector 2. He might be going on a race sim run.
Yeah.
Anyway, Adventure is gonna have the inside yet again. He's improved in the first sector, but yet again he doesn't feel he has enough grip to get past Patel in the corners, and that's cost him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Anderson is racing with a Trident of Thomas Ben, I think that is.
Yeah, it is.
And the Trident has a pretty radical new design. You can see there with the red nose cone.
Yeah.
Anyway, who are we looking at right now? We're looking at Patel and Adventure still, of course. Meanwhile, Burns and Corby are still out there.
Griffiths was improving. You can just saw.
Let's see. Oh, did he come in? Yeah,
Yep,
he goes quickest.
Yep.
So he's been taking the top spot yet again, dislodging Kalovic, and he is now just about half a tenth behind the fastest lap of last season.
Yeah, but I just finally bumped Patel.
Yeah. Bennett is starting a lap meanwhile. Thomas Bennett didn't have the best season ever. He finished third to last or something, I believe. I'm not quite sure in the championship, but either way, he managed to grab his first win at the penultimate race in Laguna Seca, and that helped him. Gave him quite the confidence he needed. And this season, he'll be the man Trident will rely on.
Yeah.
As Kalovic has started a lap just in front of Ruslan Protyuk that is behind.
You're alright, it is. Fantastic guy.
We might need just a little bit of a tweak to either Protyuk or Patel's livery, because I think they look very similar, you know?
Yeah, it does
so
definitely look similar. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. But Flo, keep that. I'll consider that idea if you want to. Anyway, we're looking at Zorbach in the Carlin, who is not gaining in the first sector. He's a 10th down, even with the slipstream from Quintino in front. Nicholas Zorbach had a terrible day last season here in Silverstone. He started at the back, just one race after his win in Austria, and he ran at the back all race long, and then he retired with a gearbox failure.
Yeah, and we both the key of Joe Watterson for a brief moment. But
Dennis Graf is 8 to 100 down in the first sector.
Yep.
Wallinger has improved all the way up into 4th place. He's lap there from the Hungarian. He's the fourth man to get himself into the 137s.
Yep.
I'll just have to see if he can improve any further. Meanwhile, Zorbach appears he's caught up to Quintino.
Yep.
Griffith is improving yet again in sector 1 at purple, but he's gonna have to box.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Graf's gone a little bit deep out of Chapel, but it didn't cost him too much time. Though he's 4 tenths down. Yeah. Anyway, we're looking at Joel Watterson, who is finishing a lap, and I don't think he's improving. Protyuk has started a lap meanwhile.
Yep, Patel fighting with the campus of Tomaselli, who's going around the outside. He did set personal best.
Looking like this, I would say Patel and Protyuk's liveries are different enough, I'd say. So hopefully we'll be able to tell them apart in the upcoming season.
So, yeah.
I think the shade of blue is different. Anyway, Tomaselli can't find a way through on the Brit into Cobb.
I think the shade is actually the same. The difference is just that you have the Univirtuosi logo on Rahul's car.
Yeah, but I think we might need a little bit of a change to be considered, just so we don't confuse them apart, because I fear that might happen many times this season. But it's up to you, Flo. Anyway, Tomaselli into Cobbs. He's made the overtake as Wallinger has improved yet again to go up to 3rd place.
Yep, good luck from Wallinger in the Prema.
Very much so. He had some pace earlier in the second run, I think. And now he's consolidating even further on his gains. We're looking at Dennis Graf. Meanwhile, he failed to improve in Sector 1. And let's see what he can do in the second sector. He's approaching Magnussen Beckett's. Fast left fast right, slower left, slower right. And now, down the power into a fast left, and onto the straight yet again. 6 tenths down, so Graf
It is a race
definitely
run.
feeling the tire wear. Yeah, you could say that if you want to.
Yep.
Anyway, look how close the top 3 is. We got 3 drivers all within 800ths of a second.
I made the tweak, Rob. Lol. Flo never made them.
Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Graf is not racing for Univirtuosi. Max Skillen is. And Skillen actually has the normal Univirtuosi livery. So I messed up the entire time, but here we are looking at Max Skillen. The first time we've actually seen him all session. What are you laughing at?
I'm not because you got them so confused.
Hey, you didn't correct me either, so you're just at fault.
I thought you. I mean, we read the lineup, so you. So weren't you surprised that you got that one completely wrong?
I was, but I got a little bit confused. I got just a little bit confused. As Wallinger is now fastest of all, 137.354. Incredible lap. He's absolutely smashed Graf's best from last year.
I may consider it because I did consider having front Dukes to be a Toro Rosso livery. Maybe next season it should be an Alpha Tauri livery.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Alpha Tauri is actually pretty different to the Toro Rosso.
Yeah, that will be definitely going to be in one of the GP2
But
cars.
it depends if we have an Alpha Tauri test driver, obviously.
In GP2, so
I wanted to ask you guys, what as Fast Race just improved to go into 12th place, what did you think of that lap from Mens Waldinger?
Amazing.
Yeah.
He was 3 tenths quicker than his previous lap.
Yeah, his lap was really good since he is
indeed.
a quarter of a second faster than Griffiths, who's in second place. So
yeah. Prema had a good start to the season last year, of course. Them being fastest at Mugello with Curtis, taking pole in Bahrain before that unfortunate collision, of course, to Chatfield. And then they finished second and third in Baku. Their form did decline later on in the season, but they had a very good start, and it seems they're having one yet again, as Kyle Burns has improved and is now 5th fastest.
Yep. As Anderson's in 7th.
Anderson goes up to 7th. Yeah, indeed. Graf was just half a tenth down in Sector 1.
Yeah. See that one?
And we're still on board with him. Well, I think so. Anyway. Graf into Cop's corner and out of it. He said he's where is he? Oh, he's down in 17th. He hasn't had as good of a session as he had last year, but I don't think he'll be too bothered by that. There's still plenty of time to improve. The season only starts next week anyway. We're looking at Max Skillen up next. The Scotsman. Can he improve on this lap, as we've lost game sound for a reason, I think. Skillen doesn't improve and he's holding up the car behind him.
It is a damn.
It's Isaac Fasheray. He's trying to move into Village, but that's never going to work.
Yeah. Can see that one.
Of course, Dams, for the second year in a row, they've won the Drivers' Championship, but this time they didn't win the teams because our Grand Prix got the better of them. And Campos finished second.
That's Fasheray. He's going to try and make a move.
Unsuccessfully.
Yep. He did a personal best in the second one, but it was down to the slipstream, that's why.
Yeah. Either way, David Suarez was supreme last season in the Dams, and he had an amazing degree of consistency. And I have to say, my most impressive Suarez performance wasn't when he dominated at Silverstone, but rather his comeback in Bahrain, as Anderson is up into 5th place, and these guys almost touch into Cops.
Yeah, nearly touch. Indeed.
Anderson half a second down on Waldinger. And Flo, can you get the game sound running back up again?
Don't
because
worry,
we still
I'm just
can't hear
doing
it.
something in the background.
Okay, no worries then. Burns trying to move on the MP Motorsport. He can't get through, not into Brooklands.
He did
Nor
a
into
solid
left
first
field.
sector, but he's gonna lose a lot of time.
Well, he's already lost quite some. And
Yeah,
Skillen is not thinking of a move into Vale, being the wiser man there.
he was already
Kitino has
overtaken.
improved 19th.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Jay
Improvement from
Galloway
Kitino.
is the MP Motorsport in question. He's holding up Burns. Both of them have become proper team leaders. And I believe both of them have rookie teammates, so we'll see about that, how it's gonna go.
Yeah. But still, anything can happen
It
within
will
the
still
season.
take a little bit for me to memorize the lineups, but it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Anyway, Burns tried to go around the outside of Stowe. There was no way he could pull that move off with such a line. Is he sending it into Vale? No, he's thinking better of it. Meanwhile, Skillen is still stuck. No, Skillen got overtaken, I think, by Fasheray.
Yeah, Fasher is gonna pull away from him.
And look, and take a look at the lap counter on the top left. Burns has only got a few laps left, about 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter if it goes over. It'll be over when they come into the pitch. So, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, Skillen, this isn't the perfect run for him, but he's still up in 10th place, so it's a good debut for his. After two successive seasons at Rapax, he's made the move to Univirtuosi. Some would say he's still lucky to be in the series, but I would disagree because he's done well last season. He's got his first win, he got another podium, so his stay is very deserved, I'd say. Even if his second half of the season didn't exactly go to plan. Would you agree with my take, Ripple?
Yeah, well, just to mention you say that. I mean, there is another driver
Fasheray
yeah, yeah, Fasheray moves up to 6, and also if Christoph Rennick did sign up, then maybe Skillen could have been out of a seat in GP2. So you never know what would have happened.
I did not sign up.
Yeah,
And it was his choice, and in the end, that means he's in DTM now. As Anderson is being overtaken by Wallinger, or at least an attempted overtake. The Prema and the Art Grand Prix, these guys didn't change teams from last season, and Anderson keeps him behind. Yeah.
Yep, Skillen's still not improving.
No. But Fasheray in front of him did. He's gone up into the top 6, so pretty decent effort from Isaac Fasheray.
Yeah, indeed.
And just as I mentioned that, Thomas Anderson's gone up into 4th fastest.
Yeah. 24 times down.
Yeah, it's looking like a good stint from the Swedish driver.
Yeah, Burns can still go quicker if he can, but he has to pass the MP Motorsport if he wants to go quicker.
Might be able to do it now. I have to switch our cameras to Wellington Straight. And has he completed the move? No. You can see very clearly Galloway is still in front of him.
Yeah, understood.
And look at this, Thomas Anderson is catching the pair of them. So this could be interesting. We got checkered flag for Fasheray meanwhile.
Yeah, but it will depend if he has the pit call. Because if he does, then his session's over.
Corby has
Kirby
improved.
Tonight.
Yeah, good lap there.
Avenger and Patel once again having a ding dong.
I'm getting deja vu from this. And I don't know if I should feel good or bad about it. Meanwhile, Renzo Tomaselli's gone up into 8th place.
Yeah.
He's outpacing his teammate Pascal by a solid margin so far today.
Yeah.
But of course, it's early days. As look at this battle behind between Wallinger and Anderson. Or not, let's look at Skillen instead. Watzel has improved, he's gone up into 14th. Burns into Abbey, no way he can pass there, I'm afraid. Wallinger has got the checkered flag next to his name. So once he comes into the pits, the session will be done. Through the left, and now for the right of Chapel. Zorbach improves yet again, but he's still in last. He's been last all session long. This is a bad day for Nicholas Zorbach. But you shouldn't be too discouraged by it. Meanwhile, Skillen is half a second down in Sector 2. But Tell and Adventure have the checkered flag next to their names as well, meanwhile. And just a few more corners to go for Skillen on this lap. Griffiths has got the checkered flag, and I expect Skillen to get it as well when he crosses the line. Galloway is still impeding Burns in the meantime. Corby has improved yet again. He's gone up into 6th fastest. Skillen does have the checkered flag. Meanwhile,
Yep, but
it's
he
a good day
doesn't
for
have the
Dodo
pit call.
Corby.
Yeah, it's a good start for Kirby. He had a good start for
Yeah.
DTM, and he's doing well in GP2. Maybe he could be a future in the top class. Potentially, but then
anyway, Kyle
again,
Burns has
consistency
complete
is
the move
key.
on the Jake Galloway.
Anyone
Indeed
can
so.
have
Tomaselli has
can have
checkered
problems.
flag. Very, very much agreed, Rahul. And in GP2, it's probably more crucial than anywhere else, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Because you saw last season, going to the penultimate race, we had 20 drivers out of 22 in the title fight. If you can still believe it.
Yeah, it is GP2, so anything always happens.
Yeah.
And that will
10 cars
always
have gone to
happen.
checkered flag thus far, so just under half. 17 minutes to go, but the session is not going to last that long. It will probably end a little sooner, considering the amount of people who have already completed their sessions.
Yeah.
We got 12 cars now to checkered flag, including Zorbach. He will be last today, I'm afraid, for him.
Well, we don't know yet, so they can still improve, even if they have to check a flag.
Looking at Burns, meanwhile, trying to fight the Campos. Into Cops, has he got him? And I think he just has. Yes. No.
No. Now
No, the
Skillen's
Campos had
session's
the
over.
inside.
Yeah,
He'll be coming in now. Not the best showing from the Scotsman, but he still outpaced his teammate Patel about 4/10, so he should be happy with that.
Yeah.
As I have a phone call,
decent.
so I'll be right back.
Yeah. As Thomas Anderson, his session will be over as well. And the MP Motorsport in front of him is in the pits. Watzel improves to 14th. Now back on the Skillen now on Robert Burns trying to get past the Campos at Abbey. But unfortunately can't go past. Now back on board with Skillen. He has Arden right behind him, the other Arden, due to Kirby, and Poshko's been overtaken by Carl Burns. And Skillen comes into the pits. His session is over. And we have around 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes to go. And that is 13th place for him. Duda Kirby improves to 3rd place actually, and he has to check a flag. He doesn't have the pit call, so he will still carry on. Let's see what he does in the first sector. Will he be able to improve again? Could go second, but we'll see. He's just off in the first sector, but he has a chance to improve in the middle sector. Now going into Cop's corner right now. Everyone has to check a flag apart from Ruslan Protyuk. Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back, and Dodo Corby has gone 3rd quickest.
Let's see what he does in the middle sector. He's up.
He is
by
gaining
2
even
tenths,
further.
Actually.
He could
So,
find
if
he could find himself going 2nd fastest, or even 1st if he gains in sector 3.
Yeah, Yeah, it's really good from
He's gonna
Kirby.
have to gain about a 10th on his personal best in Sector 3 if he wants to beat Wallinger. But can
Yeah,
Dodo Kirby go quickest of all?
we will find
It's his
out.
last shot anyway. And out of club goes Dodo Kirby to round off his session. Can he go fastest? No, he goes second. Only 8/100 of a second behind Wallinger.
He still has another lap as well,
bloody...
so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but still a bloody good effort from the Brazilian, wouldn't you agree so?
Yeah, pretty good from Kirby.
And it appears Brazil once again has produced a pretty good talent in GP2.
Yeah.
Might be other days, but even so.
But it's still a shame that David Suarez is not in the top class. He did miss out on a seat. So, yeah.
And he forgot to sign up for GP2, which is a real shame. The champion won't have a chance to defend his crown, unfortunately.
I mean, he wasn't going to defend his crown anyway.
Either way, there are 22... No, he is allowed.
It is allowed.
Oh, okay, then my mistake.
Yeah, but anyway, there are now 22 hungry... I wouldn't say hyenas, but I would say there are 22 hungry lions willing to take that crown for themselves.
Yeah.
And one of them will take it. Well, who is it gonna be? It remains to be 15, of course. Going for a move on Chapman Coffee. He's having the inside, but this is close on exit. Griffiths is in front.
Griffiths in front.
He's had a solid session, I have to admit. On his return to GP2, he left. Frustrated himself with many bad results. But now he's come back and gone third quickest of all. I think he has every right to be happy with that. You know, Ruslan Protsiuk gets the checkered flag next to his name, but he didn't improve on that lap. He was fighting the Arden.
Yeah, still doing another lap.
Is that Burns or Corby? I think it's Burns.
Yeah, no, it's Kirby.
No, it's Corby. Corby still doesn't want to come into the pits, which is interesting. Anyway, a reminder of the leaderboard as Gabriel Coutinho has just improved, but I think he's staying in 20th fastest.
Yeah.
Unless he gained a place.
Corby is gonna go through ahead of Protsiuk.
That was an easy pass.
Yeah.
Anyway, a reminder of the leaderboards. As everyone's got the checker flag, we'll just be waiting for these guys to get the pit calls now.
Oh, we have a problem.
Paschal has the problem.
Transmission.
It's a transmission problem for the Campos man. Campos had a gearbox failure here last season when Zorbach drove for the team. And now Paschal has the same issue. And his session is over prematurely. And Kalevich came so close to running over that Marshall. Incredible.
Yeah, Kalevich's session's over. Paschal's session is over. Griffiths is coming into the pits.
We need to take a look at the replay because...
Yeah.
We need to take a look at that replay because Kalevich came so close to murdering that Marshall in cold blood.
There will be a problem, I think.
Oh, yeah, I see the problem.
Griffith coming in!
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, now it's fine. No one's gonna come into the pits.
He was able to avoid.
Yeah, the next car is far behind, so yeah, that's fine. So we gotta see what happens.
Let's take a look at this again.
He got the problem just off the post corner.
Ironically, it's the exact same place where Zorbach got his racing problem last season.
Just off the post there. Just off there.
Yeah, just a few meters afterwards. And Paschal's gearbox failed pretty much immediately.
He was gonna hit the wall, but then he was about to enter the pits, but then he stopped prematurely in the middle.
Yeah, got stopped in time, and Aaron Curtis will be coming into the pits soon.
Yeah,
but he'll be able to win Paschal.
Will be gone.
Yeah,
Paschal is gone.
At least the problem didn't really happen.
So, you're looking at Lorenzo Tomaselli. This could be his last flying lap, as it was for Protsiuk and Corby.
Protsiuk's session's over.
Yeah, not the best showing for Ruslan Protsiuk. But it's early days, of course. There isn't much to worry about. Quintino improves yet again. Goes 17th, just 1,000 of a second in front of Protsiuk.
Yeah, but then again, mileage will be key to see which car is reliable and which one is not. We had one example, Thomas Paschal. I think Campos could be struggling with reliability. Just like last season, but then again, anything can happen.
Yeah, you have to remember last season in Istanbul Park, that incredible final lap with Kristo Beranek. I know it's not a reliability problem, but he ran out of fuel at the very end, coming out of the last corner. and was struggling to get across the line. The inertia from the car pushed him on, and he was able not just finish, but actually cross the line in first.
I mean, people would have to say that Esteban was one of the best GP2 races ever.
Agreed. Meanwhile, Dennis Graf appears to have gained not 6/10, Jesus, 6/100s in the first sector.
6 steps, that's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
But that's a lot of time to gain.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not a bad session for Graf, even though he's done in 19th. That's not so representative, of course, because he's got plenty of mileage.
Yeah. Yep,
And this
26 laps.
this probably will be his last flying lap, but let's see if he can improve on it. No, he's lost time in the second sector.
But,
Yeah, he's lost a full
only by a
tenth.
bit. It's only by a bit, so he
Yeah,
can still
Renzo
improve.
Tomaselli rounding off his lap.
And that's the session over. And
Yep.
Quintino, he will do another lap.
What about Dennis Graf? Can he recover the lost time in sector 3? Here comes the German in the Trident.
He gained, but he lost a little.
Only 5 thousandths
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. And
Unfortunately for him, he's not up to speed with the car. Thomas Bennett outpaced him by a very comfortable 7/10 of a second. Now we're looking at Gabriel Quintino again, the Charoux. He's beaten his teammate Chuck McCarthy today, believe it or not. The
Yeah.
Charoux have been a little bit sluggish today. They didn't have the absolute pace that other teams had. And I must say, Prema had a very solid day of coming first and 11th.
Yeah, it's promising for them. Also, Arden have been promising 2nd and 8th. That's good for them.
Yeah, well, Arden were very, very competitive in testing last season, of course, let's not forget. And they started the season very well, especially when it came to qualifying.
Yeah. But can they still do
Unfortunately
better
for them, they
races?
only won one race, though, which was in Germany, with Watsel's dominating drive. But unfortunately for Arden, Watsel's not driving for them anymore.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see if Dudu Kurbi can make up for Watzel. And so far today, he's proven he just about might be able to. Dudu Kurbi's second today, and he's got to be very, very proud of his debut.
Yeah. Now Quintino finishing his
This will
26th
probably be the end
lap.
of his session,
Yes, it is.
which it is. He didn't improve, and he will be 17th.
Yep, everyone's in the pits, so it is session over. Waldinger goes is quickest in preseason day 1.
Yeah, we just need. He's beaten the previous best by 0.2 of a second.
Yeah.
I mean the best from last season, of course. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, 2 drivers already beat that one.
And
As you said,
yeah.
Waldinger and Kirby. So yeah, it is going to be pretty close.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard for today's first day of testing, of course. Benz Wallinger goes quickest in the Prema. Prema with another good start. They once again top a day of testing. Good effort for the Italian team. Dudu Kurbi is second on his debut. Jamie Griffiths third on his return. Marek Ukalevic, another very impressive performance. He's gotten 4th place. He's beaten Watterson by 4/10. Thomas Anderson, a good showing for the art man, and it's 5th place for him. Thomas Bennett 6th. Clearly the leading Trident today. Isaac Fasher has gone 7th. He's absolutely dominated that adventure today, I must say. Kyle Burns in 8th. Arden, very, very solid day for them, I must say. Lorenzo Tomaselli, 9th place in the Campos. Jake Galloway in 10th. Aaron Curtis 11th, with Joel Watterson down in 12th place. Max Killen 13th in front of Henry Watzel 14th. Tomasz Pascual, even though he had a problem, only down in 15th. Daniel Adventure, disappointing 16th for him, I would say. Gabriel Quintino 17th. Ruslan Protsuk just a little bit behind in 18th. Let's grab 19th. Rahul Patel 20th. Chuck McCarthy 21st. And Nicholas Zorbach in a very, very disappointing 22nd and last for the Carlin man. 1.4 seconds down on his teammate. So clearly, one Carlin went for quick laps, the other went for race pace. That's my assessment.
Yeah.
Either way, many drivers, many teams have a lot of potential. They've shown it today. Rahul, who would you say impressed you most today?
I'd say Dudu Kirby. He's been impressive. He showed what he can do. He he showed he can show what he can do, and he showed it brilliantly, going second quickest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree with you entirely. Is there anyone else you'd like to mention?
Yeah. Also, Mirko Kalovic is also one, fourth quickest. It's still good so far. From going up to Formula E to GP2, good so far, fourth quickest, and there is still something in him. So
Yeah, indeed.
It's at the moment it's promising for two rookies.
Indeed so, but you never know what testing actually hid, because many teams, obviously everyone, I would have to assume, didn't go full speed, and yeah, it's still a long way to go. We haven't even started the season yet, but if you want to talk about bragging rights, Ben Valger has definitely got them today.
Yeah, indeed. But we will have to see in day 2, which is going to be tomorrow. So we'll see who will be quickest there. Will it be
And
Valdinger?
we will be going to Mugello tomorrow. And once again, you'll hear from myself as usual. And next time, I will also be joined by Rahul. And you better change your flag mate this time around, because
it's only for pre-season testing, Rob. I'm gonna change it for the season.
Okay, you better.
It's the seal of approval. I just said that to Flo. So have a single day, and we'll see you guys next time for day 2.
Yeah,
so,
indeed.
See
well
you
said,
later.
Rahul. Haha, good one. And yeah, this has been ourselves, and you have been yourselves, and this has been the first day of testing. It promised entertainment, and I think it certainly delivered. But yeah, until next time, see you tomorrow in Mugello, and don't forget to also watch qualifying tomorrow for the top class. But yeah, until next time, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.